Everything you're seeing around me is something we will set up in this video, and you're getting the graphics pack completely for free. What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. In case you're not aware of it, I stream every Monday, Wednesday and sometimes Friday. So if you want to talk to me on stream, you have some questions, you want to chill on stream, you want to talk to other people, etc., you can follow me on Twitch. My link will be right here on the screen and also in the description. So you can click on that, give me a follow, and then you can catch me live the next time I'm online. And in case you don't want a free overlay, you can also follow this video after buying an overlay from the sponsor of this video, which is, you guessed it, Owned.tv. If you're looking for professional stream graphics, you should definitely check out their website. They are the best stream graphics shop on the internet. You can test out all their packs by using their amazing previewer, which lets you trigger certain events in real time to get a feel of how the graphic will look on your own stream. All their packs are also modular, so that means that the layout which you will create will be different from that of someone else. If you want to give your stream a professional look and you can't pay someone to create a custom pack for you, then this is definitely the way to go. They also have things like sub badges, sub emotes, separate transitions and much more. Owned has been a big player in the streaming industry for quite some time. They are amazing to work with, and by getting a design from them, you're also supporting my channel. And if you use my code TVN, you get 50% off. So if you're on the fence of buying an overlay, now is definitely the time, and you can also follow this video together with the overlay you get from them. If you're interested in graphics, definitely check out their website, Owned.tv. Let's not waste any more time and go to Streamlabs OBS. So right now we will create a new scene and then we are gonna set up everything right there. And that's also the first step when setting up your own overlay. So right here, when we click on this drop down right here, you can see a list of all your scene themes, and let me explain to you what it does. So let's click on manage all, and then right here click on create new, and let's give it a name. I will call it tutorial scene. So right here, tutorial scene. You can give it a name right here. Let's click on this. Okay, it's active as we see. Let's click on done. So what is this exactly? Right here you see your scene collections. Now there are 3 levels in Streamlabs OBS for setting up your overlay. So the top level is right here, the scene collections. I have tutorial scene, test, and then scenes. Then inside a scene collection you have a bunch of scenes right here on the left. For example, let's click on the plus icon and make the first scene in game. Okay, let's click on done, and as you see right here, we've created a new scene. This is the second level, and then the third level, or the bottom level, is right here in the middle, the sources, and here you are adding all your stuff. For example, a webcam, your game, etc. So you have the scene collections, then normal scenes, and then sources inside of that. Now we are gonna set up 4 scenes in this video. The first one, we've already created it in game. The second one, let's rename this scene. Let's right click, click rename, and then let's call it starting soon screen. Let's create another one, intermission, that's also what we're gonna set up, and then one extra scene which we will call display capture. So this is in case you want to show something on your screen to your viewers. We will set up these 4 scenes right now. Now of course, before setting these up, we want to get some graphics, and you're getting my graphics pack completely for free. It's in my Discord, so the link will be in the description. Once you join the Discord, right here on the left you see free stuff and then neon overlay pack. Now make sure you scroll completely to the bottom, because every time I update the pack I add a new comment with the download link. So right now this is the last one, so we are gonna click on neon pack zip right here. You can also change the color of this overlay to your own branding colors. And as you see, when I add a new update to the pack, I will also always add a link to the tutorial that will change you how to add the colors. So right here, this is one of my tutorials, and at this time in the video I went over the whole color change. It explains how to change the color of the overlay and the color of the stinger transition which we will add. You can go to there if you want to change that, and then you can come back to this video. Right here, neon pack, this is the pack that you will download. Let's right click it, let's go to 7-zip or whatever you're using to unpack it, and then click extract here. Then this folder will appear. You can go inside of that, and here are all the graphics which we will set up. So let's go to Streamlabs OBS for a second, and the first scene we will set up is the starting soon screen. Now what do we need for this? We need an animated background, we need the text starting soon, then whatever you want, and then a countdown timer. First of all, let's add the animated background. So let's click on the plus icon right here in the sources, and then let's choose media source. Let's call it animated BG, click on add source. Right here, local file, let's click on browse and then let's search for the pack that we just downloaded. So for me, it's right here, slopes overlay tutorial, neon pack. Okay, this is the inside of the pack. Then go to screen and then right here, animated background. I created a separate animated background, click on done. Okay, right here it is. Now right click it, then go to transform and then fit to screen, and that will make it full screen. Now as you see, we have a black screen because the video is only 10 seconds long, and once it has been played once, it just completely disappears, so we will have to make it loop. So double click on this animated background and then enable loop right here, click on done, and now it will keep looping. And I did edit this so it's completely smooth, so when it ends and it restarts again, you will not see any flash or anything. It's completely smooth, as you will see. So right now we have an animated background. You can do a lot of stuff with this, but right now we will use it for our starting soon screen. Now we need some text on the screen, so let's click on the plus icon and then let's go to text right here and then let's call it starting soon. Okay, add source. This is just the name, by the way, for the source. And right here, text, we will type starting soon. As you see right here, it's very small. Now something very important, click on done. You do not want to scale it like this because as you see, it does not create extra pixels, it just gets pixelated. So let's press Ctrl Z, let's double click the starting soon in the sources, and then let's change the font size. So right here you see font size, you can move this to the right, something like this. Let's click on done, and as you see, this is even too big, so we can just change this. You can do with this whatever you want. Let's do something like this, starting soon. Okay, but of course this is an ugly font, so you can double click it in the sources and then right here you can change the font. Let's change it to impact just for this video right now. Click on done. Let's just make it a bit bigger right now. Okay, this will be perfect. So starting soon, something like this. And now the next thing you want to do is add a countdown timer right here. Now this is a separate tutorial because it's too long to add right here. I will link it on top. I have a tutorial that explains you how to add a countdown timer with SNES or SNES, and then you can add a countdown timer right here for the stream to start. Next is the in-game scene. So let's go to here, and before we set this up, I will start a game so we can use this for our game capture and for explaining everything. So let's go back to Streamlabs OBS and let's add our game. So right here in the sources, let's click on the plus icon and then let's choose game capture. Click on add source and let's call it League of Legends. Okay, add source, you will see why. So right here, mode, you change this to capture specific window, and then you choose League of Legends right here and then click on done at the bottom. And as you see, it's a black screen right now because the game is closed. When I open League of Legends and then I close it again, right here you will see this is the game right now. It will freeze because that's when I close the game again, but that doesn't matter. Now a lot of people have problems with black screens. I got a lot of comments about that, and there can be so many things that I can't give you a fix for everything, but one thing that can definitely fix it is starting Streamlabs OBS as administrator. Now you can make sure that this happens automatically by right clicking Streamlabs OBS. Right here, let's right click it, go to properties, then go to advanced, and then right here, enable run as administrator. Click on OK, click on OK. Continue. Okay. Now every time you click on Streamlabs OBS, it will automatically ask you to open it as administrator. You click yes and then it opens, and this fixes a lot of problems with black screens. If this doesn't fix your issue, or if you have another problem, you can always go to our Discord, and a lot of people are helping each other there, especially Kiratsu. If you have any question, right here, Allfather, you can tag him and he will definitely help you. He's the OG of the Discord at the moment. He is helping everyone, so props to him. I really appreciate that because I don't always have time to help everyone personally, but he's just everywhere in the Discord. If you have a question, tag him, he will definitely help you. Okay, let's go back to the tutorial. Let's add the next things, which is our webcam, a webcam border, alerts, and stream labels. So let's go ahead. Let's click on the plus icon right here and then choose video capture device. Click on add source. Let's call it webcam. Click on add source, and then right here you need to select your webcam. Now of course I'm filming this video with my DSLR and I'm also using that to stream, so I cannot link it right now. As you see right here, cam link, that's this device right here. I'm connecting my camera with HDMI right here, and then I plug it into my PC, and then my PC recognizes it as Camlink as a webcam. I can't do that right now. Let's click on cancel, but you will have to select your webcam right here and click on done. Okay, I will click on cancel and I will delete the source, and I will add a quick image that will serve as my webcam right now, just so we can continue with the tutorial. So I'll also call it webcam, click add source, and then I will search for an image. As you see right here, pictures right here. This is a good picture. Click on done and this will serve as my webcam. This replaced for some reason. Let's reposition it again. So right now, this is my webcam. I will position it right here and let's add a webcam border. So let's click on the plus icon. Let's choose image, add source. If you get this pop-up, just click here, add a new source. Let's call it webcam border. Click on add source. Click on browse. Right here is our pack. So right here, webcam borders, webcam border with name. Let's double click that. And right here, it's being added to our screen. And right now we will make everything larger to position everything perfectly, and then we will make it smaller again. So let's make this webcam border very big. Then let's also make this webcam image very big. So this will be your webcam, of course. For me, it's an image right now. Okay, something like this, and then we can reposition everything. Now you have a few options. You can resize this webcam border by holding shift, and then you can make it smaller as you see, but then the aspect ratio isn't right anymore. And if you do this too much, it will look kind of weird. So let's press Ctrl Z. I will reframe my webcam. So let's go to webcam. Okay, let's make it bigger so it fits left and right here, as you see. It fits great. The top is also aligned, but the bottom is outside of the frame. So when you hold Alt on your keyboard, you can cut away one part of the image. As you see, you can do this for all sides. Okay, I will cut away the bottom part, something like this, and then it fits perfectly inside of the frame. You can also change the webcam border by holding shift, as you saw. That's totally up to you. Right now, let's add our name right here. So let's click on the plus icon. Let's go to text right here, new source, name. Let's click on add source. Then right here I will enter the video nerd. I will first reposition it and then I will rescale it. So let's double click on the name. Let's make it a bit bigger. What will be perfect? Okay, something like this. And then of course for the starting soon screen we used impact as font. So let's use that right now too. So impact, okay, let's choose this. Let's click on done. Let's reposition it and we will have to rescale it a bit. So let's move this aside and let's add one more scale. Okay, this will be great. Okay, so once we've added the webcam border and the name, we want to group that so we can position it all together. So let's click on name, let's hold Ctrl, click on webcam border, click on webcam, then right click that, then go to group and then group into folder, and then let's call that webcam. And now we have one folder for the webcam. We can reposition this or we can rescale it all together, something like this. And then we want to add our alerts and labels for recent follower, etc. Now the labels, that will depend on what platform you're streaming on. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or I don't know what. Now of course the setup of those labels will depend on the platform you're streaming on. But let's click on the plus icon right here and let me show you. So let's go to labels, right here, stream label. Okay. Click on add source, click add source, okay. And then right here, you can select a label. If you're logged in with Facebook, you will find stars in here. If you're logged in with YouTube, you will see super chat, things like that. But it actually doesn't matter for this setup because it's all the same. For example, if I want to show my most recent follower, I can just search for follow and then right here, most recent follower. Let's click on that. Let's click on done. And as you see right here, the most recent follower. But first, something very important, because many people are setting this up and then they don't see any text right here, anything that it's not working. But as you see right here, my latest follower is actually this. I can't pronounce this name, but this is my latest follower an hour ago, and it doesn't show right here, it shows this follower. So it has to update. So if you're not seeing anything right here, you either don't have any followers or you only have a few of them and it still has to update. So don't panic, just wait a bit and then it will appear right here. Now of course doesn't look good, we need the graphic for the label. So let's click on the plus icon, let's go to image, let's create a new one, let's call it recent follow graphic. Click add source, click on browse, and then we go to the neon pack again, and then we go to labels. Now as you see right now, it's only labels for Twitch, but before I upload this video, I will add more labels for other platforms. But if you don't see the label that you want, or you want to do something else with this, right here you see the Photoshop file, and you can use this to change the label. You can do it for free. Let me quickly show you how. Let's go to Google Chrome right here, and let's go to Photopea. Now let's go to the folder with our labels right here, label, and then you just drag this file to Photopea. It will open, and then you can just double click the text and change it to whatever you want. And then after doing that, you want to reposition this line right here. So let's make sure you have this tool selected. You will have to select it on the right, the shape, and then you will be able to reposition it in case that your label is a bit longer. So something like that. When you're done changing things, you go to File, you go to Export As, and then to PNG, and then you click Save, and it will download your label. You click on it, and right here, this is our changed label. So let's close this. We're done with this. Let's click on Leave, and let's continue setting everything up. So I wanted the recent follower, so I will go to my pack right here, go to labels, and then recent follow, click on that, click on done, and then right here it gets added. So for example, you can add it right here on the bottom left. Then you can take your stream label right here, and of course you can always make it smaller without changing the font size. It's just that you can't make it bigger because then it will be bad quality. Now of course it's behind this graphic, so we will have to reposition it right here in the sources to make sure it's in front of it. And if you have problems with positioning it, you can just click on the graphic, make it much bigger like this, click on the text, make it bigger. So then you see right here, recent label, this fits. Then you can hold Control, select them both, and then you can just rescale them, make it smaller, and then that will work for the label. You can add all your labels this way. Now the last thing in this scene is our alerts. The quick way, the very quick to do it, is just clicking the plus icon, clicking alert box, add source, clicking add source, clicking on done, repositioning it, and you're done. These are the basic alerts. If you don't want to do too much to set up your stream, you're actually done. Right here on the bottom you can click on test widgets and then on something to test it. Now as you will see, when I click on it, it doesn't show the basic alerts, it shows my alerts that I've set up in my other tutorial. Now there are two things I have to tell you right now. The first thing, if you want to set up your labels like this, you can go to my YouTube tutorial, and that will explain you exactly how to do this. And you can do the same thing for Facebook or Twitch or whatever. You can go to that tutorial that I will link in the course, and that will explain you everything you need to know about setting up alerts in Streamlabs OBS. Now if you want the basic alerts, and when you click on some test it shows something random, another theme or something you don't want. If you want the basic alerts like this, let's click on subscription. If you want an alert like this, as you see, it's also with another graphic. So if your alerts are f***ed up, let me show you how to fix it. Let me take a browser window, go to streamlabs.com. On the left, click on alert box, and then right here on manage themes. Now as you see, I will not have the default theme selected, but right here you see default, you can click on use, and most of the time everything will be default right now. If it isn't, you can just click on create widget theme. So default tutorial, okay, let's click on create, and if you don't change anything right now, it will always use the default settings. So right here, default tutorial, this is what we created. So let's click on use. Once it's applied, let's go to Streamlabs OBS. Now click on donation, and as you see right now, these are the basic alerts. Now I really advise you to learn everything about the alerts by going to that tutorial. It will explain you everything you need to know. Let's continue to the next one right here, intermission. Let's click on the plus icon, let's click on image. Let's click on create a new one. Let's call it intermission graphic. Click on add source and then on browse, and then we will go to our intermission screen. So in the neon pack we have screens right here, then intermission screen, then with or without socials. If you want to add your socials, you will have to change this Photoshop file right here, or you can also just add it with text. So as you see, when I click on one of them, I remove the text, so you can just add your socials with text in Streamlabs OBS. But to keep everything simple, we will take without socials, and let's take this one because this has 3 different elements. Let's click on open, click on done, right click it, transform, fit to screen. Okay, right now we want to add our webcam right here big on the screen. Now this is important. When you click on the plus icon and you go to video capture device, it will not give you this window, but it will give you another window. Let me show you. So you want to take this one, right? You want to take video capture device, but since my webcam isn't connected, I will take image. I will click add source, and then right here after selecting video capture device, you will be able to select your webcam because you've already added it, right? But right here I will take this one. This is the webcam image for me. Of course, you want to take video capture device. You want to position it something like this, okay? And now you want to move it below the intermission graphic, something like this. And then you can just reposition this, rescale this however you want. So right here, this works fine, but as you see, it overlaps a bit right here. And since the image is dark, you can't see it, but it's in this image right here. So you want to click on Alt and you want to drag the corner to something like this to completely remove that, and then that will work. Right now we want to add our game on the top right, really small, and we can click on the plus icon and go to game capture. Where is it? Right here, game capture. And as you see, it also tells us that we've already added a game capture, and we can just take the same one from the in-game scene. So let's make sure that's selected. Click on add source. That will add our game. Let's make it a bit smaller. And as you see, it's black because we haven't opened our game. So let's click on our game. Let's close it again, and then you see right now it's added. So this works perfectly fine. We can position it right here. Then we want to make sure that it's below the intermission graphic, and then we want to make it a bit bigger, and you can just make sure it fits fine. This is good for the tutorial right now. Make sure it's perfect, of course, if it's for your stream. Then the last thing in this screen is our chat right here, and this is extremely easy in Streamlabs OBS. Click on the plus icon. Then go to chat. Where is it? Chat box right here. Click on add source. Click on add source. Click on done. You don't have to change anything. Then position it right here. And of course you have to change one thing, and that's the dimensions. So let's double click on the chat box, and now you want to play with the width and with the height till the green lines are just touching the white lines on the inside. So I will do that right now, and I will skip. Okay, I'm finished with changing the dimensions. When you click on chat box, you can see the green lines, and as you see, they are within the white lines. So right now on the right, you can click on this right here to show the chat, and then I can just type something. So test for tutorial. And as you see right here, it shows up in the chat window. This is perfect. Let's close this again so our work area is a bit bigger. And right now you can add labels to here if you want. For example, the top donator or the recent follower, etc. I will just add one just to show you. Click on the plus icon. Click on stream label. Where is it? Right here, stream label. And as you see, we've already added one, so let's take that one. Let's just click on add source, and then for example you can position it right here. Do not scale it this way, change the font size, but the tutorial has to move quickly, so I will just reposition it, and this way you can add your labels right here. I'm doing this on my stream for my top donator and then my recent follower or something like that. Okay. Next one, display capture. That's the last one, and it's very easy. It's simple. We want to just capture our screen and then add our webcam on top of that. So click on the plus icon, go to display capture. By the way, my voice is completely gone. Right here, let's choose display capture. Click on add source, and then right here you can choose your screen. For example, display 2. This is my other monitor. Let's click on done, right click it, transform, and then fit to screen. That's full screen. Right now you add your webcam on top of that. So for example, something like this, you can add it right here. Now another thing you can do for your webcam, let's delete this. You can go to the in-game scene, and right here we've added a folder, right? So the webcam folder, you can right click that, and then you can click on copy, and then you can go to display capture, you can right click, and then you can paste a reference or a duplicate. If you take reference, then all the changes that you make in your in-game scene to that folder will also be applied right here. So actually that's what we want. If you don't want that, you click on duplicate, but let's just paste a reference, and you can position it right here, and then that's perfect. Right now when I do something on my second screen, as you see, this works completely fine. Okay, let's come back to here, and now the last thing we want to add is our stinger transition. So to do that, right here in the scenes, you click on this cog icon, and then right here you see global transition cut. This is the basic transition. You click on add transition, you change this to stinger, let's call it Neon Stinger. Let's click on browse. So it is in the Stinger folder right here, Neon Stinger. These are the project files. To change the color, again, the third time I think I mentioned it in this video, but many people ask for it. In the Discord, you can see a link to a video that will explain you exactly how to change the color of the overlay and of the stinger. So let's take the Neon Stinger right now, and you want to set the transition point. I think it's like 750 milliseconds. I think this works fine. Click on done, and then before you click on done, make sure you select the Neon Stinger right here. Click on done, and if everything works fine, when I change my screen, the stinger will work. Oops, I think I saw it transitioning. Let's test it again. So if you're adding a stinger and it doesn't transition at the right point, for example, it closes, then it opens a bit again, and then it transitions while it's opening. Of course, that's not good. You want to change the transition point by going to the settings, then going to the settings of your stinger, and then right here, transition point. So this is at what time it will actually change the scene. So for my transition, when it's at 750 milliseconds, it's completely closed. Then it changes the screen and then it opens again. But right here, you can change this. Click on done. Click on done, and that's everything for this explanation. Something else that's pretty handy: if you buy an overlay from anywhere, they will probably give you an import file. For example, my sponsor Own.tv, when you buy an overlay from them, they give you an import file, and you can use that to import the overlay immediately in Streamlabs OBS, and then it will import a bunch of scenes, a bunch of sources, and you can completely reposition everything, set everything up. And how you import that is by going to the settings and then going to scene collections, and then right here click on import overlay file. Then you will have to search the overlay file in the folder of the overlay that you bought. You click on open, and then it will just completely import everything right here. Now, if you want to learn anything else about Streamlabs OBS, I have a big playlist. It gets updated every time something changes. And if you want to talk to me on stream, I stream every Monday, Wednesday, sometimes Friday. The link is on the screen, also in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I will see you in that playlist. Have a nice day.